the Relationship Saturday episode. This is your host, John Smith, and you're on my profile. It's great to be with you again, and we are live now. Yes, there we go. We are live, and we are also live on the Leadership Boost podcast. Wherever you are in the world, great to be with you. Yes, it's Saturday, and it's lockdown. So just enjoying being a little bit of a farmer with growing the stubs. Of course, I cut off my beard because I couldn't keep up with shaving it. My shaver broke. That's really what it is. So I shaved it all off, but the stubs grow, and it's good because I'm out in the cold working with my plants and my seedlings and my compost and all sorts of things. So that is sort of my days. I should get out. I should have shaved before I started, but for me, it's just like, okay, this morning I've been working on Facebook, just had brunch with my family, and I decided, you know what, now's a good time to just jump on quickly and share a thought with you for Relationship Saturday. And today's idea is the relationship always matters. The relationship is always first. First, the relationship. So I saw this on LinkedIn from John Maxwell's post, and it says the situation principle. The situation principle: never let the situation mean more than the relationship. Never let the situation mean more than the relationship. Somebody shared with me a number of years ago, maybe 8, 9, 10 years ago, that the relationship is never negotiable. The relationship is never negotiable. And I thought, well, that is a great principle, except I've seen how people hold the relationship hostage to their agenda. And we should never participate in that. That is never conducive to building a great relationship or a great marriage, for that matter. Somebody said this, where is it? Most relationships fail not because of an absence of love. You see, it's not that there's no love in the relationship. Most of the time, love is present. There is love, otherwise you wouldn't be together. Otherwise, you wouldn't be walking in this relationship. Whether it's business, whether it's ministry, whether it's, friendship, whether it's at home, there's love present. Your kids love you. Your teenagers love you. You need to understand that. They love you. They just don't know how to express it. And the problem with that is many times is that what we've got is there is love, but there's not a value on the relationship. There's a value on my expectation. There's a value, I'm valuing what I want beyond the relationship. And that's violating the principle of situation, the situation principle. The situation is never greater than the relationship. When it comes to your spouse, always be sharing with them that it's the value of my relationship with you is not how much I feel happy with you, but it is how much I value you as a person and I value our relationship. That gives a security, that gives a confidence in the relationship that outlasts situations. Situations come and go. You've heard it over and over again how people succumb to situations, succumb to crises, succumb to traumas, when really what they, and hurting people, that is what happens. Hurting people, traumatized people get really focused on themselves. They get focused on their world, and they put up these defense mechanisms. They want attention. They want focus on them. And we need to convey and communicate with people how important the relationship is. The value of the relationship is not in how happy I feel with you, but it's that I value you, that how much I feel alone without you, when how much I valued this relationship in my life, and that without it, I'm going to feel less than. I'm going to feel less than if I don't have this relationship in my life. So really what I want to convey to you today is, and I know I have mentioned it on Saturdays, but you may be here for the first time listening to me, and you may have not joined before. You may be listening on the replay. You may be live, and it's really great to have you with me. I appreciate you hopping on and listening to my episodes or my broadcasts or my sharing with you on Relationship Saturday. I value relationships highly. I tend to overstay my relationships. I tend to sometimes when the season is up, I still stay because I value the relationship so much. When people violate the situation principle, it hurts tremendously. It disappoints me tremendously. It leaves me really feeling like abandoned. It feels betrayed. Because for me, it's not about you. It's not about what you're doing or not doing, what you're doing right or wrong. It's about the relationship. Everything is surmountable. Everything can be overcome. We can all grow. If we put our mind to it, if we commit to it, we can grow. We can grow through this. We can grow together. We can grow in our relationship. Have you had that friend or that person, or maybe it even might be your spouse, is that yes, you were offended. Yes, you went through a rough period. Yes, is that you felt abandoned with them, but you never gave up on the relationship, and nor did they. And you come back, pick up where you left off, and just keep going. You keep growing. You keep developing that relationship. I've got a few of those in my life. Unfortunately, I wish there were more, but it's not. It just, unfortunately, there's not much I can do about what people do. But with Michelle, we made it a point, not just we made it a point to always value the relationship, to always protect the relationship, to always be committed to that, devoted to that, faithful to that, loyal to that, because the relationship outlasts everything. The results of us valuing, protecting, upholding that relationship has a far greater impact, far greater influence than just the two of us. And that is really the premise that we base it on. It's more than us. It's more than just me. It's about us, and it's more than just us. It's about our children, our grandchildren, our friends, our social world, our tribe that we work with, the people that look at us, that we are role models to, our examples. The ripple effect of the impact of our relationship carries far beyond that. So we're not in a relationship for everybody else. I mean, I'm in the relationship, Michelle's in the relationship for each other and for our children, really. And we're not just like, putting up with each other because of everybody else. No, we are committed to the very essence, to the very generic composition, to the very value and vitality of what relationship really is. That it's the fabric of who we are. We are designed and made to be in relationship. Right now, you in lockdown, you may be thrown together with a few people that mean the world to you, and their relationships are very important. Listen, when the teenager storms out, they still love you. They just want to know that you value the relationship beyond how they dress, how they think, their opinions, etc. Always value the relationship first and foremost. Never take it off the table in negotiation. You see, it's easy to say that the relationship is the most important thing until it's challenged, until you've got the opportunity to walk away, until you've got the opportunity to be offended, until you have the opportunity to say, you are not matching up to my expectation. That's when you can, then the relationship is not of value. You see, for me, it's like, no. At that point in time is, yes, you did things, your opinion, your perspective, your ideas, your behavior is not what is acceptable to me. But I value your relationship. I value that beyond anything that is going on in this situation right now, because the relationship will outlast the situation. The relationship will be the value that is the foundation, is the pillar, is the fabric of who I am in time to come. I was reading or watching something last night. Somebody sent me a video of Steve Jobs, the founder and innovator of Apple, and how on his deathbed he said, of all the success and all the achievement and all the accomplishment and all the money and wealth that I've been able to accumulate and experience in my life, right now nothing compares to the relationships that I wish I had, I wish I'd spent time with, I wish I had valued, and that I do have. You see, when it all comes down to the bottom line of it, that is what matters. I have sat with many people on their deathbed as they passed into eternity. Many people. Prayed with them through those times. Read Bible to them in those times. And nobody said, I wish I'd had more success. I remember one person, he was estranged from his children. And the thing that he longed for the most on the last moments of his life was, where are my children? And they took their time coming to him. And his only thing in his world right then was to see his sons, his children, to restore that relationship with them. You see, because relationship is the only thing that we can take with us. It's the only thing that carries into eternity. Relationship is it outlasts everything. Relationships are really the currency of your life. Money will pass away, possessions will pass away, situations will change, crises will come and go, highlights, lowlights, in-between lights, dim lights, bright lights, all come and go. But the one thing that never changes, is relationships. And I want to encourage you today and really, inspire you to be a person that's known for your relationships, that you don't quit on a relationship, that you never give up on a relationship. It's interesting to me how people can remove you from their life as soon as you don't meet their expectation. Like that. When it comes to your spouse, let them know that you value them, more than anything. Treasure your relationship, somebody said, not your possessions. Somebody else said this, that sometimes you will never know the true value of a moment until it becomes a memory. And so sometimes you'll never know the true value of a relationship until it's in the past, until it's gone, until, it's somewhere in a memory rather than in a present. I can't see any reason why relationships can't be something that just carries on and on and on. There's some people I can jump on a call with today, not speak to them for a year, and it's as if we met yesterday. Have you ever had that? That's amazing. I love that. I love that people are so valuable in my life. And yes, even though we don't communicate every day, but their relationship is so valuable to me that I can pick up tomorrow and nurture it and, love them in that relationship, because of that relationship, through that relationship, and with that relationship, beyond the situation. So again, John Maxwell's post said, the situation principle The situation principle. Never, 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 never let the situation mean more than the relationship. Never let the situation mean more than the relationship. All right? So thank you for being with me today again. And this is Sean saying, have a super weekend. Hey, commit to those relationships. Take time, spend time with each other, value it, listen. Don't just talk, listen. Don't just expect. Give an expectation of love. Give love. Be generous with your affection, with your kindness, with the generosity of who you are, of your consideration, your respect, of your devotion to a relationship. It doesn't mean you're not happy, but it just means that you are going to be an example of somebody that values relationship. All right. Great to be with you. Hey, until next time, this is Sean saying over and out.